The full story on a new 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Reality television, as the name suggests, is supposed to be real. But as seasoned fans of 90-Day Fiancé know all too well, what we see on screen often hides more than it reveals. The newest season of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, has introduced a twist no one saw coming, and at the center of the storm is a man named Matt. Matt, a seemingly quiet, gym-going guy who swooped into Jasmine Pineda's life amid her crumbling marriage to Gino Palazzolo, has sparked more questions than he's answered. On the show, we see Jasmine tearfully defending him, claiming their relationship began only after she and Gino agreed to an open marriage. Gino, however, has evidence that tells a much darker, and more calculated, story. And the more you dig into Matt's past, the more unsettling it becomes. A love triangle that feels like a setup. When Jasmine first revealed on 90 Day, the last resort that she had met someone at a gym in Michigan, fans assumed it was a rebound fling, something to boost her self-esteem while her marriage to Gino teetered on the edge. But by the time Happily Ever After Season 9 rolled around, it became clear this wasn't just a fleeting romance. Gino accused Jasmine of calling Matt regularly for months, long before they had ever discussed an open marriage. Phone records revealed dozens of calls between Jasmine and Matt, some as long as an hour, dating back to November 2023. Jasmine insisted to cameras that Gino was imagining things, even calling him delusional. Yet, viewers were left with the distinct impression she wasn't telling the whole truth. By the time production started filming Happily Ever After, Jasmine was not only still with Matt, she already had a baby with him. In Jasmine's mind, Gino was overreacting, clinging to a broken marriage that she'd emotionally left behind. But behind her tears and protestations, it seems Jasmine was hiding far more than just the exact date she met Matt. Who is Matt? On screen, Matt is a ghost. He appears only when Jasmine is present, he never gives his own confessionals, and he has shared virtually nothing about his personal life. All viewers know is that Jasmine claims she met him at the gym and that he's just a friend, who became something more after she and Gino split. But fans aren't stupid. In May 2024, the Instagram account at 90 Day Fiancé Update posted receipts indicating Matt is not the everyman Jasmine claims he is. For starters, Matt is a trained actor. His IMDb page lists acting credits as far back as 2011, including short films like A Night to Seize, Clayman, and the feature-length American Sharia in 2017. His LinkedIn page, meanwhile, shows that he attended Eastern Michigan University, a fact Jasmine has never mentioned. When a fan asked Jasmine what Matt did for a living and speculated that he was a personal trainer, which would at least fit the "met at the gym" narrative, she curtly replied that Matt is a business owner. But again, no specifics. Blogger Shabuti did some more digging and reported that Matt literally has a million jobs, and they're all car-related. According to those close to him, Matt has worked as a mechanic and currently works as a tow truck driver in Florida. So which is it? Actor, business owner, mechanic, gym buddy? The truth seems to be all of the above, and maybe none of them. A fame chaser hiding in plain sight. It's no secret that many 90 Day Fiancé cast members harbor dreams of fame. The franchise has a proven track record of creating social media influencers, reality TV mainstays, and even full-fledged actors and models. Matt's acting background and his willingness to jump into Jasmine's messy story arc so publicly raise eyebrows. Is this relationship about love, or about exposure? Since appearing alongside Jasmine, Matt has begun featuring heavily in her Instagram reels, often participating in skits and comedic videos. One of their more popular posts was a parody of the viral kiss cam moment at a Coldplay concert. While Jasmine plays the heartbroken wife and Gino plays the villain, Matt plays the charming savior. It's a narrative that seems a little too perfectly scripted. Jasmine's blind spot. To some degree, Jasmine seems aware of the questions swirling around Matt, yet she continues to defend him. To her, he represents a fresh start after years of emotional turmoil with Gino. In interviews, Jasmine has painted Matt as her rock, the man who stood by her side when no one else would. But fans worry she's repeating old patterns. Throughout her time on 90 Day Fiancé, Jasmine has demonstrated a willingness to overlook red flags if it means preserving her fantasy of love. She clung to Gino even after catching him messaging other women. She uprooted her life and moved across countries for a relationship everyone else could see was toxic. Now she's doing it again, this time with a man who seems to have a carefully hidden agenda. Fans are watching closely. Social media is divided on Jasmine's new relationship. Some feel sorry for her, believing she genuinely fell for Matt at a vulnerable moment. Others think she's finally getting a taste of her own medicine after years of manipulating Gino. But almost everyone agrees on one thing: something about Matt just doesn't add up. Comments under Jasmine's posts are filled with speculation. Why doesn't Matt ever speak on camera? If he's an actor, is this whole thing just for clout? Jasmine, open your eyes, this guy is playing you. So far, Jasmine hasn't addressed the concerns directly. She continues to post loved-up photos with Matt and the baby, framing their family as a fairy tale come true. What happens next? There's a long history of 90 Day Fiancé cast members leveraging their reality TV fame into bigger opportunities. Some, like Darcy Silva, have launched their own spin-offs. Others have started businesses, OnlyFans accounts, or YouTube channels. Matt's recent social media appearances, coupled with his acting past, suggest he could be positioning himself for just such a leap. But at what cost? If Matt is using Jasmine as a stepping stone, the damage to her, and her already fragile reputation, could be irreparable. Jasmine has already burned bridges with fans over her treatment of Gino, and being blindsided yet again could push her to a breaking point. Reality TV's greatest lie. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise has always thrived on the illusion of authenticity. But time and again, viewers have learned that behind the tears and declarations of love are producers crafting storylines, cast members playing characters, and ulterior motives driving the drama. Matt and Jasmine's story is just the latest example of this uncomfortable truth. While Jasmine insists she's finally happy, the cracks in her relationship with Matt are already showing. He refuses to open up about his past. He deflects questions about his career. And his growing online presence hints at ambitions far beyond simply being Jasmine's man. The bottom line: can Jasmine see the red flags? At the heart of this story is a woman who desperately wants to believe in love, and a man who may or may not be worthy of that trust. Jasmine has a history of ignoring warning signs, of throwing herself headfirst into relationships without asking the hard questions. But Matt is different. He's not just hiding a questionable timeline. He's hiding an entire persona, one that seems to shift depending on who's asking. As viewers, we can only watch and wait to see how this plays out. Will Jasmine wake up to the reality of who Matt really is? Or will she double down on the fantasy, even as the truth unravels around her? One thing is certain: not everything is as it seems on 90 Day Fiancé. And behind the on-screen romance, the real story is often far messier, and far more heartbreaking, than we're ever shown. Final thoughts. Matt may yet prove everyone wrong and turn out to be the loving partner Jasmine believes he is. But the evidence so far paints a different picture, one of a man chasing the spotlight, hiding his intentions behind a charming smile. For Jasmine's sake, we can only hope she sees the red flags before it's too late. Until then, we'll keep watching, because this is reality TV at its most raw, messy, manipulative, and impossible to look away from.